So you have all these wills around you. So you're trying to survive. So how do you do it? Well, in this fallen life, you resist them. And how do you resist them? Well, you resist them with resentment, anger. You have to pull up some kind of energy to resist them. See? Then you start to get tired from all of this resisting all the time. And you begin to doubt yourself. You think, well, maybe they're right. Then you start to get into the habit of just throwing in the towel, giving them what they want and not resisting them. And then they take you over. Their ideas dominate you. Their personality dominates you. Their will dominates you. Their demands dominate you. See? You do that out of guilt because you're guilty for resenting them. But then what? Then they get what they want, see, and they own you at the same time. So you're no better off. And they take your energy anyway. So you either resist them with resentment and anger and hostility and tension, or you give in, but then when you give in, they take your energy anyway. They take it anyway. See? And they get what they want. So you can't win for losing. How many of you know someone, a parent, a co-worker, a partner? You can't win for losing. Okay. Well, so there has to be another life than that. And there is. And it's what Christ came to tell us about and to lead us to. Okay? It's a whole different way of life. And this other way of life involves a new commitment and a new source of energy and power. See, you have power within you. This power is within you, but you fail to use it. See, Christ, he had power within him, didn't he? And he said, of myself I can do nothing. Now, how many times did he say that? Of myself I can do nothing. Or I only do the Father's will. Or what the Father says, then that's what I repeat. Over and over again he said that. Of myself I can do nothing. Well, if he could do nothing of himself, and then he had power to heal people and walk on the water. And his words had life in them. People awakened and they got better. See? He had that power. So where did he come from? Not from him. It came from within. Okay? From the Father, actually. But we all potentially have that power within us. Okay? But, see, you have to find a way to convert over to this other way of life. And you can't do it of yourself. If Christ said, of myself I can do nothing, then of yourself you can do nothing either, except one thing. 2 things you can do. 3 things. Number 1, you can yearn for it. See? Because the life that you've known, it's made you what? Resentful, judgmental, secretly angry. See? Phony. See, another way you resist people and their pressure. Their pressure of their ideas and their opinions and their will and their desires and their... You find a way to be phony. To be on the surface. To not say what you mean. To hide what you really think. See, because what you're afraid to say what you really think, because when you say what you really think, then you'll offend them or they'll oppose what you say. How many of you are married to somebody who, whatever you say, they disagree with it? You become afraid to say what you think, because then they'll disagree with it. See? So you don't say anything. You cover up. Well, so that's not a free life either. See? I mean, you know, it's okay to have a little bit of strategy. Of course, you know. You've heard the old expression on a need-to-know basis. And so sometimes, you know, Christ said, if somebody is trying to start an argument with you, then sometimes it's better just to say yes, yes, or no, no, and take leave instead of engaging. Because when you engage them, and then you have to draw up energy. See, and you're forced into either going along or opposing. So a lot of times, a lot of us don't want to do that. So it's okay as a strategy sometimes to just say yes, yes, or no, no, and go about your business. That's okay. But when your whole life is built upon pulling into a shell and hiding under a lamp and letting everyone walk all over you like a doormat, then there's something wrong with that. See, because you're afraid to oppose them. Because the other thing is, when you oppose them, see, the way you've known to oppose people is to get upset, to draw up energy, anger, for example. So then you oppose them. That will of theirs, that whatever it is they're trying to impose upon you. See, it's not fair because you're not trying to impose anything on them, but they're trying to impose something on you. So you try not to have it imposed on you, and then you draw up energy. But then, well, a lot of times you get upset, or you get an eye ache, or a headache, or a tummy ache, or you get all tension. You get tension headache or a backache. See? But then once again, the opposite. See, the two extremes, neither is good. The one extreme is always giving in. They take your energy anyway and take everything from you. See? You become a doormat and they walk all over you. See? On the other hand, when you oppose them, you get upset and you get headaches and what have you. So both extremes. There has to be another way. So we're talking now about finding this other way of life. This other way of life that's from God. And it's real power from God. It's within, but you have to grasp it. The power is there. Okay. So there's a lot of different ways I could go with this, a lot of different analogies. But there is power there. Just like in electromagnetics, for example, or electrodynamics. Michael Faraday and James Maxwell discovered that there's a field, an electric field, a magnetic field. There's a field. Einstein talked about it, and in fact there is. Okay, there's a field in which there is power. And electricity, magnetism, gravity, the strong force, the weak force. These are all these are manifestations or the workings of that power in the field. So anyway, but you see, there's power, but you fail to grasp it because you're turned outward. You're geared to the outside world. Instead of being flowing from within, you are disconnected from within, and then you are driven by outside like a gear, like two wheels with gears. You are driven by the outside. So you have to find this other way of life. Oh, I said your power. So right now, what can you do? You haven't found this inner power yet. Okay, but you can. In fact, you can find it in a heartbeat, actually. See? So let's talk about it. Okay, first of all, what can you do? Well, you can yearn for something where you don't have... You can yearn for what is good, and what is pure, and what is innocent, and what is not phony. See? You can yearn for that.